you could join us.
Welcome back to our show. Are you talking to me?
I think they're talking to you.
Are you talking to me?
Am I talking to you? I think so. We have a lot to say today. And this is a subject that's going to cause a lot of problems.
A lot of ruckus.
Yes. You might not like me.
If you're new here, my name is Francesca. That's Italian for Francesca.
And I'm Nonna, and that's Italian for grandmother. So there you go.
All right.
How has the dressing, the attire, changed over the years?
You tell me. You're the wiser one.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
She's so cute, my granddaughter, isn't she? Anyway, yeah, it's changed a great deal. I was looking at, in fact, I had these posters when we had a house at the seashore, which we have sold, but I had posters on one wall of, not posters, no, I'm sorry, they were photographs of the boardwalk in Atlantic City, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And they would walk down the boardwalk. Oh my God, so elegant. They were so elegant. They had fur coats. They had their hair fixed. It was freezing. Could have been 15 degrees. Didn't matter. They had their fur coats, their high heels, their dresses, the stockings. Thank God they're gone. I hated them. But when they went out, they went out. Now, if you go to a restaurant, a very nice restaurant, or if you're landscaping out back in the dirt with the flowers, you kind of look the same. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I just say that? I think I did.
You're ruffling feathers now.
I am. I'm not taking it back. I'm sorry. They go out with...
She's a woman of her word.
Shorts on or flip-flops. Oh my God, men, do not wear flip-flops out to a restaurant. The women do not want to be looking at your toes.
That's a fact.
Sorry.
That's a fact. Men in general should not have open-toed shoes.
You agree with me?
Outside of the beach.
Thank
Hands
you.
down.
Hands down.
I don't
Thank
care
you.
where you are. A man should be wearing closed-toed shoes at all times. The only exception is the beach and the pool. That's it.
Thank you.
That's it. Put your dogs away.
Your dogs. I love that. Don't you love that? It's true. And they wear them everywhere. No, do not wear them everywhere. And don't even get me started on yoga pants. You're not doing yoga in the grocery store. You're certainly not doing yoga in a department store shopping, and you're certainly not doing it in a restaurant. Oh my God.
To play devil's advocate, what if someone had gone to a yoga class or was working out and stopped at the food store on their way home? You still don't like it?
I don't like it because I don't want to see every nook and cranny. I'm trying to keep this PG.
PG.
I could go way out there, but I'm not.
Keep it PG, no.
You're trying to keep it PG, and
I'm a PG person.
PG.
She says something, sometimes I'm like, whoa, not for these ears, you know? Keep it PG.
Okay, I'm trying to keep it PG.
So when you're at the food store, you see someone in yoga pants.
Yeah.
You don't like it?
I don't like it. But on an occasion, if you left yoga, and let me tell you, most of the people I see have never seen the inside of a yoga studio. Trust me, they're kind of large. Okay?
Yeah, we are ruffling feathers today,
Yeah,
folks.
do
I'd like you
not-
to know we are separate human beings.
Do not
So
wear
you're
them
going for her, you're
out.
not coming for me.
If you have to go somewhere afterwards, bring a longer shirt. Wear a shirt at least that's under the bum.
You getting schooled right now.
Under the bum. I don't want to see the. What's the?
Don't look at me.
What's the?
Don't look at me.
I don't want to see the. Okay.
She doesn't want to see your hiney.
I think you get the idea. All right. Bicycle shorts, yoga pants. They should be worn where they're supposed to be worn. And if you have to wear it out, if you must wear it out, wear a very long shirt. that comes down to the middle of your thigh, so it covers all the nooks and crannies. This is the first time I've seen her quiet.
Well, here's the thing.
All of a sudden, she doesn't have anything to say.
Well, here's the thing.
Okay, here's the thing.
Nona's attacking me right now. I'm being personally attacked. I don't wear yoga pants often. In fact, I don't even wear pants often.
Wait, that didn't come out right. No.
What I mean is that when I'm here
Yes.
in Florida, it's so hot all the time that I don't often wear pants because I'm just too hot. So I usually wear a skirt. But it doesn't mean that I have never worn yoga pants in public. Of course I have. And I also wear bike shorts in public as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you have that
Body?
yeah.
Okay. When you have a good body, she's saying. Wow.
That's relative to your own opinion of what that is for yourself. But I'm just saying, let's say you have a badonkadonk, you don't mind.
What's a badonk? What's a badonkadonk?
What do you mean?
I don't know what a badonkadonk is. Does anyone there know what a badonkadonk is?
It's a hiney. It's a rear end.
Okay. All right. Got it.
It's the caboose.
I called it a bum. All right.
It's your bum.
Okay.
Your booty. Your caboose. The back end. Whatever you want to call it. When people have it, they want to show it off. You know what I'm saying?
Why?
Because it's like, they're proud of it.
Really?
Yeah. If your kid could sing, you'd want to show off your kid to people.
I think that's a little different than showing every nook and cranny.
No, I'm not talking about showing nook and crannies. We're not about that. This is a PG show,
but
PG
you're
lifestyle.
But you're saying kabonkadonk.
Badonkadonk.
Oh, badonkadonk. I said it incorrectly. Sorry. Badonkadonk. A lot of people do want to show it. That's true. I know that. I could see it's done purposely. But
I think there's a line. There's a fine line. You can show it. You can definitely show it in a respectful type of manner where it's not inappropriate. 100%.
And how's that?
By wearing, it's more about the attitude that revolves around what you're wearing. If you're wearing something with the intent of showing off, with the intent of wanting people to look at you, then that's obviously what's gonna happen. People are gonna look at you because that's what you want. And so, but if you go out and it's just like the intention of, I love the way this looks on me, and I'm feeling confident in my body, that's a different thing. Nona, 100%. You wouldn't understand. You wouldn't understand. You don't get it.
I don't get it.
It's because you're a boomer.
It's because I'm a boomer. You don't have to say it so negative.
No, it's not a negative thing.
It is.
We love boomers.
We love boomers.
But I'm just saying that there is a way. If you took two people, you took someone who is more, maybe they're a little bit more shy, a little bit more reserved, whatever, and you took someone who's more outgoing, confident, crazy, whatever, and you had them in the same exact outfit, the effect of that would be different.
So in other words, you're not walking around saying, hey, look at me and my
Yeah,
booty.
I think it's how you're carrying yourself that determines whether it's appropriate or not.
But Francesca.
In some cases. Obviously in other cases, if you're wearing something that's maybe skin tight and low cut or something, even if you're shy, people are still gonna see that. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Yeah.
So that just negated what you said.
No. I'm saying I think there are just a few instances where the attitude has a lot to do with it. I don't know.
In a small.
Listen,
instant.
I'm just trying to defend us out there
In a
who
small
wear
instant.
biker shorts in public. I'm just saying. It's because
But do you wear them to a restaurant?
no.
No. Okay. So there is a limit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wear biker shorts out because I don't have any other shorts.
Oh, stop.
I have a couple pairs of shorts, but I don't like them. So then
Okay.
I don't like them.
There's a preference. Not that you don't have them or you can't
They're
buy
uncomfortable
them.
and I don't like them.
They're not uncomfortable.
They are uncomfortable.
Oh,
They're
shorts
uncomfortable.
are not uncomfortable.
The ones I have are uncomfortable, so I don't wear them. So then I'm like, well, biker shorts are always comfortable because they're, you can move
And
around,
she's
whatever,
22.
and they're comfortable. So I'm zigzagging in my biker shorts.
I see 50, 60-year-old women in them, which
no,
shouldn't
that's
be in
that's
them.
different. That's different. There is an age where you can't wear certain things anymore. Sorry.
Oh, how about
deal with it? Because
deal with
that's
this.
an age appropriate thing. Younger people wear the biker shorts. Older people, biker shorts. If you're gonna wear something similar to a biker short, that's when you gotta cover the badonkadonk. That's when you cover the booty.
Okay.
You're old.
Well, wait a minute.
You know what I mean?
Wait, hold it. Well, we just came back from a weekend, and it was spring break. We saw lots, I mean hundreds and hundreds, not 5 or 10, hundreds of girls walking down the street. Now we're at a hotel on the beach, and so we have a wonderful view of everything. The water, the sand, people, children playing. It was beautiful. And then we see
dun, dun, dun.
girls, 12, 13, 14, 15, and up. As they walked by, there was nothing on the back there except a string across their back, Couldn't even find the string at the badonkadonk. No
in
string.
their butt crack, yeah.
Oh, you're allowed to say that.
You can say matter-of-fact things. It's when you take it too far, Nona, that makes it PG-13.
So the string in the butt crack is okay for you to say.
Yeah.
I couldn't say it.
No. I'm saying you take it too far. You would have gone too far and maybe said ASS.
Oh, no.
We're not doing that.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm not doing the ass thing.
You just said it.
I'm sorry. I wasn't supposed to say
that. So that person was wearing a string bikini, thong bikini.
Yes.
Thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And as they're walking by, there is nothing covered.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't agree
There's
with thong
nothing
bikinis.
If I
That's
had
my personal thing. I don't like them.
Oh my God! Thank God I don't have a daughter. Well, my granddaughter wouldn't dress like that, so I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I'm a very conservative dresser.
You are, and thank God for that. However, a lot of them are not.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. I'm saying it was a disgrace. I said it. Okay. So shoot me.
Okay. No, relax. The point is, you shouldn't want to show that much of your body, I think, because I personally think that it should be meant for yourself and for your spouse, if you have one, future spouse, whatever, boyfriend, whatever it is. It's like, your body, only you should see that. Your body. That's first and foremost. That's the first thing. You should be the only one to see your entire body. That's number one. And then the second person could be your boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, whoever you have. Because it's supposed to be a more sacred thing that you're sharing just between yourself or between the two of you.
Well, why do these girls think it's okay to
Well,
show
because
their
there's a lack of morals today. Yeah.
Yes, let's talk about morals.
So that's where that comes from. I have certain morals where I hold it to a certain standard, and I personally would just never wear something like a thong bikini or what have you, because I don't think it's appropriate. I'm not comfortable in that myself.
They have adorable two-piece. It doesn't have to be a one-piece.
And it has nothing to do
fuddy-duddy.
And it has nothing to do like with your body. I'm not saying, oh, it's because you have a bad body or a good body. It's just the principle of it.
Yes.
And I shouldn't know what you look like naked. I don't even know you.
That's 90% naked.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I shouldn't basically know what you look like naked.
I mean, there was only a triangle cracker in the front.
Yeah.
Very...
I just think it's a little bit inappropriate. And I know people aren't going to like that, especially coming from someone the same age, but it's just like, it's a little much. You know what I mean? It's a little much.
It's a lot much.
I'm staring at your basically naked body.
Naked, yeah.
What is that about? Why am I seeing that?
You know, my husband.
I don't want to see it.
Husband,
that should be for yourself, and that should be for your spouse, partner, person, whoever you have. That's all.
My husband was uncomfortable to see these young girls.
Yeah, it's very
It's-
weird too, because it's like
you don't.
you're almost asking to I don't know, when your whole butt is out, your whole body, whatever. Obviously, there are men around and they're looking at you, and it's just like kind of weird.
It is.
I think it's weird.
It's uncomfortable.
Because
You don't know where to look.
because they're looking at you. But I mean, I know.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's just kind of weird. I just personally would be uncomfortable doing that. It's just an uncomfortable thing for me.
How about? I
So-
get it. You're uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I
like
get it.
it's
And
uncomfortable
that's a good thing.
for me.
Yes, good. I'm glad you're uncomfortable with that. How about the way people go to church? You know what a difference there was back then and now?
Yeah, I could see that.
Why has that changed?
Well, I think it depends what church you go to. To be honest with you, because
Well,
the one I
don't
go
know.
to, everyone, I would say 95% of people dress appropriately.
And you haven't seen any girls with really short dresses
No.
on?
No, usually they wear the longer ones. That's because we go to the Latin mass. You know what I mean? It's like really traditional.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are there younger people there or mostly older people?
Define younger.
Younger, teenagers, 20s.
Few.
A few.
Few, but
I would think for a Latin mass it would be older.
well, not necessarily. Honestly, it's really just a lot of families.
Okay.
Families like with young kids. That's
Real
the
young
main.
kids.
That's the main. I think what is it called? Demographic. That's at the Latin mass that we go to.
Mhm.
Is kind of like families, younger kids. Yes, there are some older people, and then there's just a few. I've only seen a few personally. In their 20s, maybe they go to a different time than I do. I don't know, but I'm
Okay.
just saying I have seen a few in their 20s, but I think it just depends what church you go to
We
in
don't-
terms
we
of
don't
the
see too
dressing,
many.
dress code.
We don't see too many in our church. Maybe at a different time there would be younger people there. We go to one that is 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say 50% are probably over 50. And then 30% are in their 40s, and then there's some in their 20s. But it's probably more of an older crowd. So we don't see that. But I have gone to other churches. I have gone to funerals, people, where they come in and they're, I'm going to say 4 inches. The dress is 4 inches below the bottom of your panty line. 4 inches. That's a long top to me. That's not a dress. I know they wear them like that now. I do know that. I have a lot of grandchildren, so they keep me where things are today, let's say, but it still doesn't mean that that's how you should go to church. You're not going to a picnic. You know, you're going to God's house.
Mm-hmm.
And if God came down and said to you, I'd like to invite you to my house for dinner this evening, how would you go dressed? I bet you would not wear the yoga pants, the bicycle pants, the short dresses. I bet you would not wear that because you would be embarrassed. You'd be embarrassed. So when you're going on Sunday, isn't that going to God's house?
What age group are you mainly speaking of when you talk about clothing?
I've seen it on, say, 18 to 20 something, 28-year-olds who should know better. They're not 12.
Yeah, I think it's also just the way people were raised, and if
That's true.
and if clothing wasn't a big deal in their household,
Mhm.
then they don't really have any type of thing to follow in terms of what they wear. You know what I mean? There's no standard, there's no kind of boundary with that, and so I don't think it really is like
They have
crossing their
forgotten.
mind, maybe.
They
You know
have
what I mean?
forgotten boundaries.
So I'm saying I think it has to do a lot with the parents.
I'm sure.
You know what I mean?
I'm sure. Because if I had a daughter that was 18 or 20 and we were going to church, I'd say, you're not going to wear that, are you? Can you put something longer on, or put a pair of slacks on, or capris? Or
And it's
something
not about,
like that?
don't get me wrong, it's not about, or don't get her wrong, it's not about like covering up your body. It's not about you're having an ugly body, you need to cover it up, because I know people can sometimes take it that way. It's more just about dressing appropriately and respectfully for wherever place that you're going.
Respect.
That's all. It's just like if you're going to a restaurant, you're not going to wear a bathing suit and a cover up to a restaurant, like a nice dinner or whatever. It's the same thing that we're saying. It's not about you needing to cover up your body because it's not good to show skin at all. It's just about dressing respectfully and appropriately for whatever place you're going to.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that has to do what I'm saying is like with the parents just teaching their kids how to dress for whatever place they're going to.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely right.
Yeah, so I don't think it's going to change anytime soon.
I don't either,
You know?
because the longer it goes with what's happening today, the worse it seems to be getting. I don't know how are we going to get it back?
I think people just genuinely don't care. You know?
Well,
like,
you know, you
they
have
could
to
wear
remember.
like sweatshirt and sweatpants to
Yeah.
like wherever, pick a place. Let's say it's a restaurant, I don't know. But if you were saying all these things to them, they would just be like, I really don't care. Like, people just genuinely don't care.
Probably not.
Yeah, that's what I'm
right.
saying. Yeah.
Why did they care so much years ago?
Yeah. Well,
see, that's the thing.
Well, let's ask you that.
We've lost the morality. You know, it comes down to morals. What do you think is more respectful or not? That's where it comes down to. What happened to that? I'll tell you what happened to that. Everything on TV. I don't care if they're talking about razor blades, or they're talking about hair curlers, or hair dye, or makeup. It's all about sex. They have to interject the sex into that commercial. Cars, you know, they have to have a beautiful girl with the blonde hair with skin tight things on so she could do this commercial about cars. Why not get
That's marketing purposes. That's because they're trying to hit a certain demographic. So they're going for, like, if you're talking about women, they're going for men for those commercials, because men will respond in a visceral way towards that type of commercial rather than just like another man talking about a car. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. But
so that's like marketing purposes.
Go back 30 years, 50 years. We didn't have all the sexual innuendos about everything. And I'm not just talking about cars. That was just fun. With everything. So little by little by little, that has changed. So everything becomes okay.
Normalized.
Because if you see it every day on TV in your home, it does become normal.
You're like desensitized to it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's, you know, and the songs, the same thing, what they're talking about. And so the videos, everything that's on your phone, social media.
Yeah, I think it's just years and years of desensitizing everyone.
It's a shame.
And so that's what kind of brought down all of the, all like the morals, and just brought down everyone's senses and everything, so that it just isn't really that big of a deal anymore. But if it's just, it's crazy though, because if you were to see, like, we have this picture from down the shore that's just like a row of people on the beach in their bathing suits, and it's crazy because they obviously have way different bathing suits. It's like full coverage type bathing suits.
I had those, yeah.
And if you can like imagine someone going in a thong bikini on that beach at that time, I don't even know what would happen.
She'd be hailed off to jail probably for indecent exposure.
Yeah, indecency. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that.
Do you know? I worked for Bloomingdale's at one time as an interior designer, and because it's such a classy, sophisticated store, they geared towards a certain clientele.
Mm-hmm.
Their things were not inexpensive. And I'm going back like 30 years or something. We had a dress code. You couldn't wear whatever you wanted to wear, no matter how nice it was. You just couldn't. They didn't want sleeveless, so you had to have a sleeve. They would prefer a suit or some kind of combination that worked with each other, top and bottom, that worked. They preferred suits. No open-toed shoes. There you go. Not even for women. No open-toed shoes.
Mm-hmm.
So they had this for many, many, many years, and I don't know if they still do. I'm sure it has gotten lax like everything else, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there were rules that you had to go by, and because I had a lot of suits, the rules didn't bother me because I always thought that's how you should dress to work in any store, you know, unless you're selling ice cream and pretzels, but I'm talking about a nice department store.
Mm-hmm.
If there were no rules, I would still have dressed the same way. I'm sure it bothered other people who didn't. And those standards have gone by the wayside also. But I'm just telling you, that's how certain stores worked. Because they
Mm-hmm.
dealt with richer people, wealthy people, you know? And those people didn't want to ask a question to someone with maybe jeans and sneakers and a sweatshirt.
It was like a level of respect. Yeah.
Yeah, so we had to make sure that we were on the same page.
Mm-hmm. It's not that there are no dress codes in work and school places anymore. There still are.
There are?
Yeah, because even in my last job, there was a dress code.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And my school, there was dress code.
Well, that's good. There should be a dress code.
And there was public school.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Well, it hasn't gone off the deep end. Well, it has, but not in every place, I guess.
Right.
Not everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now that we got that off of our chest.
Off of your chest.
Oh, okay. Off of my chest.
Now that you've yelled at everybody between the ages of 18 and 28.
Well, no, I don't think women in their 40s and 50s should be wearing the tight yoga pants with a short top on.
Now that you've yelled at everybody.
Everybody, yes, everybody.
Yeah.
But if I have them because I go to the gym, I have the gym shorts.
Should have slipped that in there. She
But
goes
I
to the
just
gym.
wear not as often as I should or could, but I just wear a longer top.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not being, crazy.
Yeah. It's not. And I mean, there's also a line. There's also a fine line between it. Like, a lot of, or like I've heard people say that like, oh, you can't wear that because you're asking for it. I don't agree with that because think about it. It's not the women who are the problem. It's the men who are the problem. So if I were to wear a certain shirt, let's just say it was a tighter shirt and it was more low cut, let's just say that. And I was like out and God forbid got kidnapped or like something like that. People would be like, well, she was asking for it with that shirt on. I don't think that is the right thing to be saying. I don't think that's the right mindset. That's not true. It's not that you're like asking for it because who's the problem in that situation? It's the guy. It's the guy's mind, his upbringing, his whatever that needs to be fixed. Not this happened just because you wore that shirt. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying when I'm talking about this stuff and dressing correctly for going to certain places, I'm not saying if you don't, oh, you're just asking for it. I'm not saying that because I don't agree with that whole mindset and everything. I'm just saying that there's a time and place.
Okay.
You know?
That's right.
But do you understand what I mean by that?
Yes,
when people
I
say
do.
like, oh, you were asking for it.
Always.
No, it's not like, yeah,
Always.
because it's not,
They have
the
said
women,
that. Yes.
yeah.
Absolutely.
it's who's the problem and who is the common denominator in all of those situations? of being the one like taking you away, or being raped or kidnapped or whatever it is. The person who's doing it, the prey or whatever, the predator is the man. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's their minds that need to be fixed, not just like the women. That's all.
Well, I'm glad we got that.
Yeah,
out there.
I'm here for you. I'm on your side. You know what I mean? I'm on your side.
To a certain extent.
I'm on your side. I'm just saying I personally wouldn't wear thong bikinis on the beach. That's just my thing, you know? And I just think there's a time and place for different outfit choices.
Wear it in the shower.
That's all.
Wear
And I think your body is something special. That's something between you, yourself, and
Right.
you, and possibly your partner, if you have one. Is my point. And that makes it more special between you two. I personally wouldn't like it if I had like a boyfriend or a husband who was always half naked in front of everyone. Everyone knows exactly what he looks like. You know what I mean? That's supposed to be me, him and me. You know, just for him and me. I wouldn't want him to be shown off.
Some girls
to everyone.
want you to know exactly what they have.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm just saying
Just saying.
I personally think it's something that should be a sacred thing between the two of you, yourself or the two of you. And it makes it more special, and it makes it more like, that person's mine. They're mine. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's nice. But like, if everyone knows what you look like, it's not so special anymore. You know? And there's something to be said for being able to wear clothes in a respectful and conservative manner, but still in a way that's like, looks really nice on you. You know what I mean? Your clothes fall the wrong way, fall the right way, and they're cut the right way for your body, and like things like that. It's like you can still dress. I could wear like long sleeve type of button up shirt, but it's more slim fitted and, you know, cute like that with like jeans or whatever, and still, like, if you wanted to get a response from a guy or whatever, as if I were wearing something more revealing, but I'm not. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's still being conservative, but you can still catch attention if that's your goal. But just dressing in a different way. And there's also a sense of mystery with that, which is a little psychology thing. You know what I mean? Because like there's a thing about like not knowing that makes you more attracted to it, because it's like mysterious.
Well,
you know what I mean? You don't
back
know
in the day,
what's under that shirt.
They were more
kind of thing.
psychologists around. maybe back in the day.
I'm just saying there is a thing to be said for there being a little bit of mystery about not knowing everything makes them want to know, you know? So I'm just saying, let's bring back conservatism. Conservatives. I don't know what it's called.
Let's bring back conservative dressing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's bring it back, ladies.
All right, well, you know what we have to do now.
Give him the word of the day.
Word of the day, and you know what it is? Enthusiasm. Enthusiasm, my tongue. Enthusiasm will always make a good day great and a bad day better. It will change if you have enthusiasm. Remember that. We'll see you later.
See you next time.